Welcome back, Celeb Plant fam. Today, we've got some hot celebrity tea brewing, and it involves none other than Jeffree Star and Trisha Paytas. Buckle up, because this drama roller coaster is about to take us for a wild ride. Before we dive into the juicy details, let's rewind a bit. Trisha Paytas and Jeffree Star have been relatively drama-free for some time. Trisha was all about protecting her peace, focusing on her family content, and even launching her successful podcast, Just Trash. Or is it just Trish? Before we dive into the heart of this drama, let's take a closer look at what happened when Trisha Paytas spoke about Jeffree Star on her podcast. This conversation was like a blast from the past, with Trisha appearing uncertain about her past issues with Jeffree. It's crucial to understand that both Trisha and Jeffree have had a history of ups and downs, to put it mildly. They were once known for their fiery feuds, explosive call-out videos, and the occasional reconciliation that left the internet in shock. But ever since the Frenemies podcast ended, Trisha seemed to be on a different path, one that steered her away from the drama that had defined her online presence for so long. She focused on being a mom, creating family-oriented content, and her podcast Just Trash, which, by the way, has been a resounding success. Trisha found herself in a new era, one where she was avoiding drama and controversy. Her podcast episodes, reminiscent of the spirit of Frenemies, started discussing influencers and dissecting pop culture headlines once again. Fans found it entertaining, but little did they know it would also lead to Trisha revisiting her tumultuous history with Jeffree. So, when Terry Joe, someone often seen live with Jeffree Star, came on Trisha's podcast, the conversation naturally turned to Jeffree. Trisha's candid admission that she couldn't recall the specifics of their past issues left many stunned. This moment ignited a firestorm on social media, with fans and observers speculating about what exactly went down between Trisha and Jeffree. Why had Trisha seemingly forgotten about their prior conflicts? It's worth noting that Trisha hadn't openly criticized Jeffree in recent memory. In fact, she had been diplomatic when she asked about him. So the sudden confusion around their past issues left many wondering why Jeffree would react so strongly to Trisha's remarks. Jeffree's reaction was nothing short of explosive. He expressed genuine shock and disbelief at Trisha's inability to recall their past conflicts, and accused her of fabricating the entire narrative. But let's take a step back and consider why Jeffree would react so strongly. To understand this, we need to delve into the history of their turbulent relationship, characterized by volatile arguments, unexpected reconciliations, and public spats. It's essential to note that Trisha and Jeffree were once known for their dramatic, no-holds-barred feud videos. They were online sensations, often airing their grievances and personal conflicts for the world to see. So when Trisha seemed to brush off their past issues during their podcast conversation with Terry Joe, it raised eyebrows. Jeffree's reaction wasn't just about Trisha's alleged amnesia. It was also about revisiting a contentious history they both had seemingly moved past. Another significant aspect is that Jeffree has been reshaping his online presence, distancing himself from the drama that once defined his persona. He moved to Wyoming, started a ranch, and even ventured into selling unique products like yak meat. Jeffree's recent TikTok lives have become a regular feature on the platform, showcasing a more mellow and reflective side of him. It seemed like he was leaving the drama behind and focusing on a new chapter in his life. But Trisha's podcast comments stirred the pot, and Jeffree couldn't resist responding. He couldn't fathom how Trisha seemed to forget the past, especially considering their history of public confrontations and subsequent private apologies. To provide some context, it all goes back to a trip to Vegas a few years ago. Trisha and Jeffree were on this fabulous getaway, but something went awry. Trisha left early, and speculation ran rampant. The drama escalated when Jeffree's hairstylist, Hair by Jay, publicly confronted Trisha, making shocking accusations. Trisha then posted a video titled "Why I'm Scared of Jeffree" and "Hair by Jay," revealing details about the Vegas trip and payment disputes. Here's the twist. Both Trisha and Jeffree claim that Jeffree apologized to Trisha for the Vegas incident. So, why the sudden change in Jeffree's stance? Things heated up further when Jeffree appeared on Bunny's podcast. He revealed that Trisha had canceled their podcast recording, which led to a discussion about their history. Trisha felt Bunny's mentioning of this was akin to mean girl behavior. That's all for today's in-depth analysis of the Trisha Paytas versus Jeffree Star drama. We've covered the twists and turns, fan reactions, and the broader implications of this feud. Now it's your turn to join the conversation down in the comments. Are you Team Trisha or Team Jeffree? And what do you think the future holds for these two influencers? Don't forget to like, subscribe, and ring that notification bell for more captivating celebrity content. Until next time, stay tuned to Celeb Plant.